start today's session with prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण केशव पाहि मां राम राघव राघव रक्ष माम् Hare Krishna to everybody. So today we will read the last part of the second chapter of Krishna book, and then we shall begin the third chapter, which is called Birth of Lord Krishna. Before that, we are reading from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His Divine Grace Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada, chapter 2, entitled Prayers Offered by the Demigods to Krishna in the Womb of Mother Devaki. We will continue to read from where we left yesterday. So please hear attentively, very important. When I'm reading, you should hear with alertness and attention. And in between, I'm going to stop and have a quiz. I will be asking questions based on what I read. So please pay attention and answer the questions. So the Devatas continued to offer prayers while Krishna was in the womb of Mother Devaki. O Lord, the impersonalists or non-devotees cannot understand that your name is identical with your form. Since the Lord is absolute, there is no difference between his name and his actual form. In the material world, there is a difference between form and name. The mango fruit is different from the name of the mango. One cannot taste the mango fruit simply by chanting mango, mango, mango. But the devotee who knows that there is no difference between the name and the form of the Lord chants Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and realizes that he is always in Krishna's company. For persons who are not very advanced in absolute knowledge of the Supreme, Lord Krishna exhibits his transcendental pastimes. They can simply think of the pastimes of the Lord and get the full benefit. Since there is no difference between the transcendental name and form of the Lord, there is no difference between the transcendental pastimes and the form of the Lord. For those who are less intelligent, like women, laborers, or the mercantile class, the great sage Vyasadeva wrote Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, Krishna is present in his different activities. Mahabharata is history, and simply by studying, hearing, and memorizing the transcendental activities of Krishna, the less intelligent can also gradually rise to the standard of pure devotees. The pure devotees who are always absorbed in the thought of the transcendental lotus feet of Krishna and who are always engaged in devotional service in full Krishna consciousness are never to be considered to be in the material world. Sri Rupa Goswami has explained that those who are always engaged in Krishna consciousness by body, mind, and activities are to be considered liberated even within this body. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Those who are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord have already transcended the material position. Krishna appears to give a chance both to the devotees and non devotees for realization of the ultimate goal of life. The devotees get the direct chance to see him and worship him. Those who are not on that platform get the chance to become acquainted with his activities and thus become elevated to the same position. O dear Lord, the demigods continue, you are unborn. Therefore, we do not find any reason for your appearance other than for your pleasurable pastimes. Although the reason for the appearance of the Lord is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, he descends just to give protection to the devotee and vanquish the non devotee. Actually, he descends for his pleasure meeting with the devotees, not really to vanquish the non devotees. The non devotees can be vanquished simply by material nature. The action and reaction of the external energy of material nature, creation, maintenance, and annihilation, are being carried on automatically, but simply by taking shelter of your holy name, because your holy name and your personality are non different, the devotees are sufficiently protected. The protection of the devotees and the annihilation of the non devotees are actually not the business of the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he descends. They are just for his transcendental pleasure. There cannot be any other reason for his appearance. Our dear Lord, you are appearing as the best of the Yadu dynasty, and we are offering our respectful, humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. Before this appearance, you also appeared as the fish incarnation, the horse incarnation, the tortoise incarnation, the snake incarnation, as Parashurama, and as many other incarnations. You appeared just to protect the devotees, and we request you, in your present appearance, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, to give us similar protection all over the three worlds and remove all obstacles for the peaceful execution of our lives. The Supreme Personality of along with all his plenary expansion, appearing along with all his plenary extension. He is the original personality of Godhead appearing for our welfare. Therefore, you should not be afraid of your brother, the king of Bhoja. Your son, Lord Krishna, who is the original personality of Godhead, will appear for the protection of the pious Yadu dynasty. The Lord is appearing not only alone, but accompanied by his immediate plenary portion, Balarama. Devaki was very much afraid of her brother Kamsa because he had already killed so many of her children. She used to remain. So when you chant Krishna's name, you can directly associate with Krishna because Krishna is absolute. Absolute means one without a second. So everything connected with Krishna is same as Krishna. That means Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's activities, Krishna's deity form, Krishna's instructions, the Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam, all of these are of the same nature as Krishna. This we have to understand. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the Lord is actually dancing on our tongue, it is said. That means directly the Lord is present on our tongue when you chant. And when you hear attentively, the Lord enters your heart. So you have to hear nicely when you're chanting Hare Krishna mantra with great attention. Okay, next question. Uh, yes. According to the Devatas, what is the purpose for which Lord Krishna descended to this material world? What is the purpose for which the Lord appeared in this material world? Who can answer? Aditya, can you try?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah,
So,
you should also.
Lord,
Yes.
yeah, Prabhu. So, Lord Krishna appeared in this material world so that people can learn from his pastimes and attain the higher platform of bhakti.
Yes, very nice. Okay, so actually, the Lord has not got any prescribed duty to perform. So even though the Lord says that Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That means I come to this material world again and again to protect the devotees and to destroy the miscreants, the asuras, and to establish dharma. I come. But actually, the Lord is not bound by any duty. So, as far as killing the demons is concerned, the Lord need not have to personally come. Simply by his willing, the material energy, material nature can destroy the demons. Then why does he come? He actually comes for performing his own transcendental pastimes, for his own pleasure. Pastime means leela. For his own leelas, he comes. It is his leela, right? He comes out of his own pleasure, right? It is not that he is duty bound to come. So this is very important. We should understand. Okay, the next question, last question. In which scripture it is said that regularly the devatas along with their wives would come to the prison house of Kamsa to pacify Mother Devaki, saying that don't worry, your child will not be killed by Kamsa. So let us hear from Deepika.
Vishnu Purana, Prabhu.
Yes, Vishnu Purana is the right answer. Vishnu Purana, it is said that the devatas would come and pacify Mother Devaki. Okay, so let us proceed now to chapter 3. So please hear attentively. After 10 or 15 minutes, we will have another round of quiz. So please hear. Chapter 3, Birth of Lord Krishna. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that his appearance, birth, and activities are all transcendental, and one who understands them factually becomes immediately eligible to be transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord's appearance or birth is not like that of an ordinary man who is forced to accept a material body according to his past deeds. The Lord's appearance is explained in second chapter. He appears out of his own sweet pleasure. When the time was mature for the appearance of the Lord, the constellations became very auspicious. The astrological influence of the star known as Rohini was also predominant because this star is considered to be very auspicious. Rohini is under the direct supervision of Brahma. According to the astrological conclusion, besides the proper situation of the stars, there are auspicious and inauspicious moments due to the different situations of the different planetary systems. At the time of Krishna's birth, the planetary systems were automatically adjusted so that everything became auspicious. At that time, in all directions, east, west, north, south, everywhere, there was an atmosphere of peace and prosperity. There were auspicious stars visible in the sky, and on the surface, in all towns and villages or pasturing grounds, and within the minds of everyone, there were signs of good fortune. The rivers were flowing full of waters, and lakes were beautifully decorated with lotus flowers. The forests were full with beautiful birds and peacocks. All the birds within the forests began to sing with sweet voices, and the peacocks began to dance along with their concerts. The wind blew very pleasantly, carrying the aroma of different flowers, and the sensation of bodily touch was very pleasing. At home, the Brahmanas who were accustomed to offer sacrifices in the fire found their homes very pleasant for offerings. Due to disturbances created by the demoniac kings, the sacrificial fire altar had been almost stopped in the houses of Brahmanas, but now they could find the opportunity to start the fire peacefully. Being forbidden to offer sacrifices, the Brahmanas were very distressed in mind, intelligence, and activities. But just on the point of Krishna's appearance, automatically their minds became full of joy because they could hear loud vibrations in the sky of transcendental sounds proclaiming the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The denizens of the Gandharva and Kinnara planets began to sing, and the denizens of Siddhaloka and the planets of the Charanas began to offer prayers in the service of the personality of Godhead. In the heavenly planets, the angels, along with their wives, accompanied by the Apsaras, began to dance. The great sages and the demigods, being pleased, began to shower flowers. At the seashore, there was the sound of mild waves, and above the sea, there were clouds in the sky which began to thunder very pleasingly. When things were adjusted like this, Lord Vishnu, who is residing within the heart of every living entity, appeared in the darkness of night as the Supreme Personality of Godhead before Devaki, who also appeared as one of the demigoddesses. The appearance of Lord Vishnu at that time could be compared with the full moon in the sky as it rises on the eastern horizon. The objection may be raised that since Lord Krishna appeared on the eighth day of the waning moon, there could be no rising of the full moon. In answer to this, it may be said that Lord Krishna appeared in the dynasty which is in the hierarchy of the moon. Therefore, although the moon was incomplete on that night, because of the Lord's appearance in the dynasty, wherein the moon is himself the original person, the moon was in an overjoyous condition. So, by the grace of Krishna, he could appear just as a full moon. In an astronomical treatise by the name Kamanikya, Kamanikya, the constellations at the time of the appearance of Lord Krishna are very nicely described. It is confirmed that the child born at that auspicious moment was the supreme Brahman or the absolute truth. Vasudeva saw that wonderful child born as a baby with four hands holding conch shell, club, disc, and lotus flower, decorated with the mark of Srivatsa, wearing the jeweled necklace of Kaustubha stone, dressed in yellow silk, appearing dazzling like a bright blackish cloud, wearing a helmet bedecked with the Vaidurya stone, valuable bracelets, earrings, and similar other ornaments all over his body, and an abundance of hair on his head. Due to the extraordinary features of the child, Vasudeva was struck with wonder. How could a newly born child be so decorated? He could therefore understand that Lord Krishna had now appeared, and he became overpowered by the occasion. Vasudeva very humbly wondered that although he was an ordinary living entity conditioned by material nature and was externally imprisoned by Kamsa, the all pervading personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, was appearing as a child in his home exactly in his original position. No earthly child is born with four hands decorated with ornaments and nice clothing, fully equipped with all the signs of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Over and over again, Vasudeva glanced at his child and he considered how to celebrate this auspicious moment. Generally, when a male child is born, he thought, people observe the occasion with jubilant celebrations. And in my home, although I am imprisoned, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has taken birth. How many millions of times should I be prepared to observe this auspicious ceremony? When Vasudeva, who is also called Anakadundubhi, was looking at his newborn baby, he was so happy that he wanted to give many thousands of cows in charity to the Brahmanas. According to the Vedic system, whenever there is an auspicious ceremony in the Kshatriya king's palace, the king gives many things in charity. Cows decorated with golden ornaments are delivered to the Brahmanas and sages. Vasudeva wanted to perform a charitable ceremony to celebrate Krishna's appearance. But because he was shackled within the walls of Kamsa's prison, this was not possible. Instead, within his mind, he gave thousands of cows to the Brahmanas. When Vasudeva was convinced that the newborn child was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, he bowed down with folded hands and began to offer him prayers. At that time, Vasudeva was in the transcendental position and he became completely free from all fear of Kamsa. The newborn baby was also flashing his effulgence within the room in which he appeared. Okay, the first question now, very easy questions. Okay, uh, when Krishna appeared, right, which star, which constellation had its influence according to the astrological chart? Yes, Shashiram.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, the star Rohini was. Yeah,
Yes, Rohini Nakshatra.
Rohini Nakshatra.
Rohini is the right answer. So there are 27 stars, and all these stars are said to be the daughters of Daksha Prajapati. And all these 27 stars are the wives of the moon god, Soma or Chandra. So among these stars, Rohini is one of the auspicious stars. It is directly under the supervision of Lord Brahma. So when Krishna appeared, all the constellations were arranged in a very auspicious manner, right? So Rohini's influence was predominant at that time. So we say that Krishna appeared in Rohini Nakshatra. It was Ashtami Tithi, right? Okay, the next question. Uh, yes. how did the Brahmanas experience the appearance of Krishna? How did the Brahmanas experience? Yes, Ram Ki,
Hare Krishna Prabhu. The Brahmanas
Hare
found
Krishna.
some transcendental power that earlier all their yagnas and homas were all stopped. Now they started performing them because of the appearance of Krishna. They got that confidence and the transcendental ecstasy to do the homa. And
Yes, very nice. Right answer. So the Brahmanas, for a long time, because of the fear of Kamsa, they could not perform their yajnas properly. But the moment Krishna appeared on this planet, automatically the Brahmanas, they could find an opportunity to start the fire peacefully. That means they could understand that the Lord has appeared. So the entire nature, uh, you know, displayed various auspicious symptoms because of the appearance of Krishna. Krishna is the master of the material nature. Therefore, all the things in the material nature was very, very pleasing when Krishna appeared. So, the lesson for us from this is everything is under the control of the Supreme Lord. When the Supreme Lord is present, nothing can go against his will. Everyone serves Krishna favorably. Everyone is actually meant for serving Krishna. So if we also develop the service attitude to Krishna, we can also remain peaceful and joyful in any condition of life. That's a very important lesson for us. If Krishna is not appearing in our heart, then there is only sadness, there is only distress. But if Krishna is always in our heart, when we always remember Krishna in all our activities, then we can be undisturbed, we can be peaceful, we can be joyful. Okay, the next question. Uh, yes. Now, appearance of Lord Vishnu, that is in 400 form, initially Krishna appeared as Lord Vishnu. So that is compared to what? He appeared in the midnight, right, in the prison house. Appearance of Krishna in the midnight is compared to what? Anyone remembers? Yes. Uh, Anybody else remembers? Shashiram, yes.
Prabhu, rising of full moon is compared to
Yes,
rising.
correct. So appearance of Krishna in the midnight in the prison house of Kamsa is compared to the rising of the full moon in the eastern horizon, right? That means when there is a darkness in the sky in the night, and as soon as the moon rises, especially full moon rises, it is very, very pleasing to look at, right? So in the same way, uh, the prison house was a dark, full of miseries for Devaki and Vasudeva because they had witnessed the death of their newborn children 6 times. But as soon as Krishna appeared, there was full of happiness. And Krishna appeared to assure Devaki and Vasudeva, you need not worry like that. Okay, next question. In which astronomical treatise there is a description of the constellations at the time of Krishna's appearance? Just like when a child is born, they prepare the astrological chart, which planet is in which position, like that. Jataka, it is called. So, Krishna's Jataka, Krishna, when he appeared, what was in which book there is a description of the astrological positions of the different planetary systems? Anyone remembers? No one is raising hand. Yes, Krishna Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, it is Kamanika.
Yeah, Kamanikya.
Kamanika.
Yes. Kamanikya is the name of the astrological treatise in which one can find the description of the entire constellations at the time of appearance of Krishna. Very nice. Okay. Now, the next question is, why did Krishna appear as four-handed Vishnu form with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, with Kaustubha Mani, Srivatsa, and with a very nice, hair, curly hair he had. So why did he appear like this? He could have appeared like an ordinary child, no? Why did he appear like this? Yes, who can answer? Yes, Ramki.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Since he has appeared in the prison and the parents cannot provide him with any toys to play with or anything, so Krishna appeared with all of them so that his parents will not feel that the child could not be given anything because he was born in the prison. This is
Okay.
one aspect. And the second aspect also, I think he wanted to tell Devaki and Vasudev that the promise he had kept that he will appear 3 times as their son has been fulfilled. So he appears in the
Mhm.
four-handed form as Vishnu, and he tells to Devaki and Vasudev that I have fulfilled the promise which I had given originally as Prishni
Mhm.
and Sutapa when he appeared as Prishni Garbha.
Okay, interesting answers. Uh, Actual purpose why Krishna appeared as four-handed Narayana is to give assurance of safety to Devaki and Vasudeva, because now the Supreme Lord himself has appeared. That's the end of all their miseries, and Kamsa will be soon killed. The Lord wanted to declare this and pacify Devaki and Vasudeva, who were very much disturbed. That is why he chose to appear in his divine form, in four-handed form, right? He wanted to pacify, right? He wanted to assure, don't worry, I am here, like that. Okay, the next question, what is another name of Vasudeva mentioned here? Another name of Vasudeva. Yes, Preeti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It is Kanan Dundaki.
No, Anaka Dundubhi.
Dundubi. Okay.
Yes, Anaka Dundubhi. Right? It is said that when Vasudeva was born, they could hear said from the heavenly planets, these musical instruments were played, dundubi, drums were played to declare that that person has appeared who will be accepted by the Supreme Lord as his father. So, since this Dundubi was played at the time of Vasudeva's birth, he was given this name, Anaka Dundubi. Okay, the last question for this part. So, Vasudeva wanted to celebrate the occasion of appearance of Krishna. So, but he was not able to celebrate. Generally, when a male child is born, there's a nice charity given, charity to the Brahmanas, especially Godana is given. Thousands of cows were given to the Brahmanas. But now Kamsa, Vasudeva is not able to give because he is in the Kamsa's prison. So how did he celebrate? How did he celebrate? Who can answer? I want more devotees to raise hands. How did Vasudeva celebrate even though he was physically unable to give charity? Yes, Shashiram.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. He celebrated by giving charity within his mind, thousands of cows to Brahmanas.
Yeah, very nice. Very good question answer. That's the right answer. So Vasudeva, in his mind, he offered thousands of nicely decorated cows in charity to the Brahmanas. That means when you are physically unable to do some service due to some material conditions, uh, even if one performs service within his mind, the Lord will accept such service. There is one example for this described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There was a poor Brahmana. Uh, in his meditation, he imagined that he performed elaborate abhishekam for the Lord. He also prepared very tasty sweet rice, payasam, to offer to the Lord. And all this was accepted by the Lord. And the Lord immediately sent a Vimana from Vaikuntha to this devotee and asked him to come back to Vaikuntha. That means even in meditation or even in his thought, he so genuinely, sincerely, he offered his service. The Lord was so pleased. He immediately got liberation. Right? So, of course, when there is an opportunity to do physically, you should definitely do physically. You cannot say, oh, anyway, it is mentioned in the mind only I will do puja. In the mind, I will imagine that I prepared chapan bhog and offer to the Lord. Even though you have opportunity to prepare physically, if you simply do it in mind, then the Lord will not accept. If there is no opportunity for you to do physically, then in the mind you can offer, the Lord will accept. It's a very, very powerful principle. And of course, later on, when Vasudeva and Devaki were released from the prison house, he actually celebrated also by giving thousands of cows in charity. He didn't say, anyway, that day in mind only I gave, that's enough. When the circumstances were again favorable, physically also he performed the charity to the Brahmanas to celebrate Krishna's appearance. So, from this, we understand that how Vasudeva was such a fixed up devotee, follower of the principles very strictly. It's a very nice point. Okay, let's continue to read now. So now Vasudeva starts offering prayers, and then Mother Devaki also offers prayers. Let us see what prayers they are offering to the Supreme Lord. Vasudeva then began to offer his prayers. My dear Lord, I can understand who you are. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the super soul of all living entities, and the absolute truth. You have appeared in your own eternal form, which is directly perceived by us. I understand that because I am afraid of Kamsa, you have appeared just to deliver me from that fear. You do not belong to this material world. You are the same person who brings about the cosmic manifestation simply by glancing over material nature. One may argue that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who creates the whole cosmic manifestation simply by His grace, cannot come within the womb of Devaki, the wife of Vasudeva. To eradicate this argument, Vasudeva said, my dear Lord, it is not a very wonderful thing that you appear within the womb of Devaki, because the creation was also made in that way. You were lying in the causal ocean as Mahavishnu, and by your breathing process, innumerable universes came into existence. Then you entered into each of the universes as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. Then again you expanded yourself as Kshirodakashayi Vishnu and entered into the hearts of all living entities and entered even within the atoms. Therefore, Your entrance in the womb of Devaki is understandable in the same way. You appear to have entered, but you are simultaneously all pervading. We can understand your entrance and non entrance from material examples. The total material energy remains intact even after being divided into 16 elements. The material body is nothing but the combination of the five gross elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Whenever there is a material body, it appears that such elements are newly created, but actually the elements are always existing outside of the body. Similarly, although you appear as a child in the womb of Devaki, you are also existing outside. You are always in your abode, but still you can simultaneously expand yourself into millions of forms. One has to understand your appearance with great intelligence because the material energy is also emanating from you. You are the original source of the material energy, just as the sun is the source of the sunshine. The sunshine cannot cover the sun globe, nor can the material energy, being an emanation from you, cover you. You appear to be in the three modes of material nature, but actually, the three modes of material nature cannot cover you. This is understood by the highly intellectual philosophers. In other words, although you appear to be within the material energy, you are never covered by it. We hear from the Vedic version that the Supreme Brahman exhibits his effulgence and therefore everything becomes illuminated. We can understand from Brahma Samhita that the Brahma Jyoti or the Brahman effulgence emanates from the body of the Supreme Lord. And from the Brahman effulgence, all creation takes place. It is further stated in the Bhagavad Gita that the Lord is also the support of the Brahman effulgence. Originally, he is the root cause of everything, but persons who are less intelligent think that when the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes within this material world, he accepts the material qualities. Such conclusions are not very mature, but are made by the less intelligent. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is directly and indirectly existing everywhere. He is outside this material creation and he is also within it. He is within this material creation not only as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, he is also within the atom. Existence is due to his presence. Nothing can be separated from his existence. In the Vedic injunction, we find that the Supreme Soul or the root cause of everything has to be searched out because nothing exists independent of the Supreme Soul. Therefore, the material manifestation is also a transformation of his potency. Both inert matter and the living force, soul, are emanations from him. Only the foolish conclude that when the Supreme Lord appears, he accepts the conditions of matter. Even if he appears to have accepted the material body, he is still not subjected to any material condition. Krishna has therefore appeared and defeated all imperfect conclusions about the appearance and disappearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My Lord, your appearance, existence, and disappearance are beyond the influence of the material qualities. Because your Lordship is the controller of everything and the resting place of the Supreme Brahman, there is nothing inconceivable or contradictory in you. As you have said, material nature works under your superintendence. It is just like government officers working under the orders of the chief executive. The influence of subordinate activities cannot affect you. The Supreme Brahman and all phenomena are existing within you, and all the activities of material nature are controlled by your lordship. You are called Shuklam. Shuklam or whiteness is the symbolic representation of the absolute truth because it is unaffected by the material qualities. Lord Brahma is called Rakta or red because Brahma represents the qualities of passion for creation. Darkness is entrusted to Lord Shiva because he annihilates the cosmos. The creation, annihilation, and maintenance of this cosmic manifestation is conducted by your potencies, yet you are always unaffected by those qualities. As confirmed in the Vedas, Harirhi Nirgunaha Sakshat. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is always free from all material qualities. It is also said that the qualities of passion and ignorance are non existent in the person of the Supreme Lord. My Lord, you are the Supreme Controller, the personality of Godhead, the Supreme Great, maintaining the order of this cosmic manifestation. And in spite of your being the Supreme Controller, you have so kindly appeared in my home. The purpose of your appearance is to kill the followers of the demoniac rulers of the world who are in the dress of royal princes but are actually demons. I'm sure that you will kill all of them and their followers and soldiers. I understand that you have appeared to kill the uncivilized Kamsa and his followers, but knowing that you were to appear to kill him and his followers, he has already killed so many of your predecessors, elder brothers. Now he is simply awaiting the news of your birth. As soon as he appears, sorry, as soon as he hears about it, he will immediately appear with all kinds of weapons to kill you. So these were the prayers offered by Vasudeva. Devaki's prayers we will read tomorrow. Now we will have a short quiz. Yes. How does how do the innumerable universes come into existence? Who can answer? How do the innumerable universes come into existence? Yes, Abhishek.
From the pores of the body of the Mahavishnu.
Yeah.
And from then Garbhodakshaya
Yes.
Vishnu, and then Surabhakshaya Vishnu.
Yes. Yes. So innumerable universes come into existence when Mahavishnu breathes out, when he exhales. At that time, so many universes come out from his bodily pores. That is how all these universes in the material world have come into existence.
It's called
Next
Karnodaksha Vishnu.
question. Yes, Mahavishnu, another name is Karanodakashahi Vishnu because he lies down on the causal ocean. Yes, right. Okay, the next question. How did Vasudeva say, or how did he explain the Supreme Lord's appearing inside the womb of Mother Devaki? How did Vasudeva explain this with a material example? Anyone? Okay, let me say. So Vasudeva said that the Lord is all pervading and still he has entered within the womb of Devaki. And that means This entrance and non-entrance of the Lord can be understood with an example, just like the entire material nature, material universe, material existence is made up of different elements, 16 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, and many other things. So, when a body is created for a person, it appears that all these elements were newly manufactured. No, these elements were already present in their reserve in the universe, and from that reserve only all the bodies of different living entities are manufactured, right? In the same way, that means the elements are present outside the body and inside the body also. Hmm? It is said our body itself is a miniature universe. Whatever you see in the universe, you will see that in our body also, right? So, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, and then sense objects, all these things, they are present in the universe on a big scale, inside our material body on a small scale. In the same way, by giving this example, Vasudeva said that although Krishna appeared as a child within the womb of Devaki, Krishna is also existing outside, because nothing exists without him, right? Everything is Krishna's energies. Sarvam khalu idam Brahma. Everything is supreme absolute truth. Everything is energy of the supreme absolute truth. This we have to understand. Very interesting point. Okay, the next question. Which scripture says that Brahman effulgence emanates from the body of Krishna? Yes, Shashiram.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Brahma Samhita says.
Yes, Brahma Samhita says that, right? Uh, the Brahma Jyoti is nothing but the bodily rays of Krishna. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda kotishvasheshu vasudhadi vibhuti bhinnam tad brahma nishkalam anantam ashesha bhutam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. Yasya prabha, prabha means effulgence. Yasya means whose. Here it is referring to Krishna's. So Krishna's effulgence is nothing but Tad Brahma, that is the Brahma Jyoti. Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam. This is described in the Brahma Samhita. Next, which scripture says that Krishna is the support of the Brahman effulgence? Which scripture says that Krishna is the support of the Brahman effulgence? Yes, Abhishek Kumar.
Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu.
Yes. Do you know the verse? Which chapter at least? Okay. So,
Opulence.
Brahmano hi pratishta aham, Krishna says. 14th chapter, last verse. Brahmano hi pratishta aham. So, Brahman is resting upon me, Krishna says. Brahmano hi pratishthaham shashvatasya avyayasya cha, Krishna says. So, Brahma Jyoti is not the ultimate realization of the absolute truth. It is nothing but the bodily rays coming out of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Yes. Why is the Supreme Lord referred to as Shuklam? Shuklam. Why? Anyone? Yes, Preeti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. He is called as Shuklam, which is whiteness, because he is unaffected by the material qualities.
Yes. So Shuklam means whiteness, pure. So he has no material contaminations. That's why he's called Nirguna. Nirguna means does not mean he has no qualities. Krishna has got so many transcendental qualities. Krishna has got so many spiritual qualities. 64 transcendental qualities of Krishna are listed by Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. So when the scriptures say Krishna is Nirguna, it means he has no contaminations created by the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Therefore, he is called Shuklam or whiteness. Okay, one last question. The Supreme Lord is always free from all material qualities. Can you tell the Sanskrit version of this? The Supreme Lord is free from all material qualities. Sanskrit for this? Yes, Alankrita Mataji.
Nirguna, Prabhu.
Full sentence.
I don't remember full sentence.
Okay, very good attempt. Harirhi Nirguna Sakshat. Bhagavad, it's a statement of the Bhagavatam. Harirhi Nirguna Sakshat. Tam Bhajan Nirguno Bhavet. Hari, Krishna, is Nirguna, means he is not influenced by the three gunas. Anybody who worships Hari can also become Nirguna, can also transcend the influence of the three gunas. This is very nicely explained by Krishna himself in the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So, with this, we come to the end of today's reading session. We shall again meet in the next session. Please do join us. Thank you. And one important instruction or reminder is if you have not yet registered for volunteer services during our upcoming Sri Krishna Janmashtami, so it's an opportunity to please the Lord. Just like when Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago, all the devatas, they were ordered to be present on the earthly planet. They took birth as different people in the Yadu dynasty to assist the Lord's pastimes for his pleasure. In the same way, we should also keep aside all our work. Whole year we work for ourselves. At least once in a year on the Lord's appearance day, we should come and do service to Krishna in the temple, full day. We should dedicate for rendering service. So there are various service opportunities for all of you in the temple. So please register for volunteer service during Janmashtami if you have not yet done so. And another thing is, if you have not yet submitted your Vyasa Puja offering, please submit at the earliest. The last date is 20 August. So Vyasa Puja offering, if you have not yet written and submitted, please do it. And if you do not know what it is, please contact the devotee whom you are in touch with. Thank you very much. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead ki jai. Vishwaguru Srivigraha Prabhu ki jai. Janmashtami Maha Mahotsav ki jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.